by phases by this one by round number 2 by rapid chess within from this one between from international master Khanim Balajayeva in Azerbaijan from versus by phases by grandmaster in China Jiner. So it means so the problem by round number 2, so it means so this is a fighting by endgame massacre without upcoming by mating net. So it means so end by battle. So what do you think of this one by phases by this one from this first puzzle from this end game? So let's see of this one by phases here. White pieces by Balajayeva is e4, e5 by Zhu, knight f3, knight c6, and also d4 Scotch game opening, and also capture this pawn, knight takes, so it without attacks the knights here, and also knight f6 without threats the pawns e4, continue knight takes captured by Balajayeva, pawn takes, so these are the ugliness pawn structure, so it means these are the damageful or maybe without upcoming by bishop to b7, without fianchettos attacks without diagonals from this light square here, and also bishop d3 by Balajayeva because these are the defense here, so without bishop, without defense the pawns, or without upcoming by castling kingside from this one by Balajayeva, and also pawn d5 by Zhu without disturbance by threats the pawns here, and also capture takes, and also castling kingside by this Balajayeva, and also bishop e7 without preparing by this one by castling by Zhu here, and also e4 without controls by attacks this pawn, castling kingside by Zhu, and also knight c3 or next target here without attacks the without strong sacrifice by this one this pawn, and also c6 without defense this one by pawns here, or maybe without controls by this one by defense by this d5, or but not yet ready by bishop fianchettos attacks this b7 because these are the move controls here, and also captured, and also bishop e3, so without controls by this one by good bishop or bishop pairs here without Balajayeva, and also bishop g4 without strong by this one by Zhu, or maybe without idea without threats the eliminates the queens here, and also queen a4, very strong move by this one in this one by Balajayeva here with very strongest here, and also a5 without more controls by this one by Zhu here, and also bishop d4 without attacks the knights or pressure, or so it means cannot move from this one, so it means very blockful from this one because these are the bishop here, or maybe without bishop without move blocking by this one, so no enterings from this pawns without connected the bad pawns here, and also bishop e6 here without defense here by go backs from this Jiner, so it means without go backs by bishop, so it means without defense here the pawns by continuous here, so these are the according by connected, and also rook ad1 by Balajayeva here without defense here, and also rook b8 or maybe without idea with Zhu without threats the pawns without b2 here, and also bishop b1. So this is a new cook from this one by Azerbaijan food by this one by Balajayeva, so this is a novelty. So these are all main lines here by this database. Is first by pawn a3, second is knight b5, so knight b5 without third is backwards bishop b1, novelty by this one by Balajayeva here, and also rook e8 by Zhu without more controls by this one without pins without rook e5 here, and also queen c2 without more pressures by queen without defense by protects the pawns, or cannot rook captured by this one the pawns here, so these are because these are the queens defense the pawns here, and also g6 here, or maybe without idea young, or maybe rook the active king g7, or next move from this one king must be active, and also queen d2 by this one by Balajayeva, and also bishop f8, or what ideas by Zhu or plannings or move controls bishop g7 or dark square here, and also bishop e5 without idea with Balajayeva without threats the rooks here, or maybe without controls by this one, and also rook b4, rook b4 so I think the move by arrows by this mouse click, so it means without rook b4 I'm sorry. I think this one rook b4. I moved from this click here, so it means without clicks, without rook b4. It was an accident. Sorry guys, it was an accident here. So it means so rook b4 here. So let's continue rook b4 by Jiner here, and also a3. So very good move by Balajayeva, without idea, without threats. This one by rooks here. I'm sorry guys, it was an accident, so it means these are the clicks by this one by rook b4. Sorry guys, so no need the problems here, so it was an accident. So let's continue pawn a3 without that's the rooks here, and rook backwards b7 without backwards by Jiner, and also rook fe1, and also knight d7, or without pressure by this one attacks the bishops here, or next counters without targets, and bishop d4 without move controls, without ignorance by this one by Balajayeva, and also queen b8. So it means without idea, without strong move by Jiner, or without attacks this targets this pawn, without threats the queens. So very strong move by this one by Zhu here, and also decided this one rook e2, because these are the more controls by this one within queens, without pairing by rooks here, and also rook c8 without more controls by this one moving. So it means so this is a given bad move by Jiner in this computer engine. So the best move this one is bishop g7 here. So without connecting this one by this bishop to bishop, so it means without connecting without dark square here, without diagonals here. So if you move by bishop captured, bishop takes g7 without bishop to bishop, and rook the active, king takes g7, and also knight a4. Okay, knight a4. Okay, knight a4 here, so it means so the ones of this computer engine, so these are the slightly betters from goods for whites and blacks here. So it means these are the good determinations from this advantage here from this one. Okay, so it means so back there this one rook c8 without move controls by Jiner, and also bishop a2 without move controls from this one, because these are the bishop a2 by Balajayeva. So these are these diagonals here by these fianchettos without light square here, and also queen d6 here without strongest move by Zhu here, and also strongest by queen g5 by Balajayeva, or what the plans, or maybe here by this one. I don't know what the next counter move. These are the knights and these are bishops, so it means cannot move by queens without move here. So it means because these are the targets by knights and bishop by these black pieces here. And also h6 without pressure by attacks the queens, without eliminates here, and also queen g3. So this is a move by backwards by Balajayeva without backwards, or without queen to queen here. So it means so does not one of this computer engine by Balajayeva. Okay, so the best move this one is queen e3 here, not queen g3. So need more focusing by this one by white pieces with Balajayeva. So it means so this is a goods for white, so these are the advantage from this slightly betters here. Okay, so back there this one by Balajayeva is queen g3 without queen to queen, and also good move by this one by Zhu without queen takes accepted by good move takes. So these are the ugliness by double pawn structure, so it means very ugliness. So both by this one by doubles here, and another excellent good move by Zhu is knight b6. So very good strong move by this one, excellent move from this one by Jiner here, and decided Balajayeva, bishop captured knight, rook takes, and also knight captured without idea with Balajayeva threats the rooks here with a strong move from this one, and also rook d6. So it means if you bishop captured with the threats here, so it means so these are the controls from this one by determinations here. So these are the bishop here or rook, so same here. So if you move by this control, so if you bishop captured, so it means so next by target, so bishop captured, so it means so rook cannot capture the bishop, so it means these are a rook So one piece is down here, so very dangerous here. And also knight f6 check. Oh, without knight f6 check here, and rook the active, good move by Jiner, and rook takes accepted, takes, and also bishop captured. Oh, with the bishop captured with that idea, with the threats the rooks. So threatening the rooks here, and rook c1 check, another good move by Zhu. King h2, king takes knight. So it means so opposite color bishop, so it means like the opposite color bishop here. So same by opposite color bishop, and also bishop d5, pawn h5 by Zhu, and also rook e3 by Balajayeva, and also king g7 for the active move, and also bishop b3. So it means so I love opposite color bishops, it's like the opposite color bishop from these determinations here. And also bishop c5 without pressure by attacks the rooks, rook e2, rook f1 without move controls here, or maybe without idea, without rook attacks the pawns. These are the bishop here with connecting the targets here, so it means without idea with threats here. So this is a double enemies attacks here. And also f3 without move controls by this one by Balajayeva, and also f5 by Zhu, rook c2 without attacks the bishop, bishop captured, bishop g1 check. So why? Because so it means it means without rooks here, I'm sorry, I forgot. So it means without opening by this one by f3, without idea, without bishop, without move controls by bishop g1, without check here, because these are the connecting the rooks here. And also let's continue by f5 here by Zhu, rook c2 attacks the bishop, bishop g1 check. Okay, without check by this one by Zhu, very strongest, or this is a endgame from this fighting massacre. So it means these are the archery by this one by attacks the kings here. And also king h1. Okay, without king h1 by this rook the active by Balajayeva, and also king h6, and also bishop c4 without attacks the rooks here. So it means without idea, so it means without pressure by eliminates by disturbance by rooks, and also rook e1 by Zhu, pawn b4 without attacks the pawn. So it means so this is a poison move from this Balajayeva. So these are the below evaluation bar. So it means that the best move this one is bishop d3. Okay, oh, bishop d3. Okay, so bishop d3 is a good, slightly better from white. So these are the controls from these determinations here. Okay, so back there, this one is b4 without controls by Balajayeva, without attacks the pawns, captured, and also good move by Zhu is king g5. So properly active move from this one by good, precise by excellent move by this one by Jiner, and also bishop f7. What happened by Balajayeva? So these are a below evaluation by white. So it means blunderations. So it means a blunderations by Balajayeva. So it means the best one's computer, this one is rook e2. Oh, rook e2. So it means rook e2 without rook to rook. So it means without rook to rook here. If you move by rook c1, ignorance without threats the bishop. So how do you controls here? And also bishop. Okay, bishop b3. So bishop b3 here. So if you move by here, pawn h4 without attacks the pawns, and also captured by check, and also king takes captured. Okay, so it means that the ones of this computer engine here, so according this one, so slightly better from good advantage from whites and blacks. So these are the good from this cleanliness from this one by move from these variations here. Okay, so back there, this one by Balajayeva is bishop f7, blunderations. So these are a below. Look at this one. Woo, below evaluation bar from this white. So it means so highest evaluation bar by black here. And also, good move by Zhu is h4. Good move. Excellent move here. Captured by check. King takes. With the king takes here. And also, g4 without attacks the pawns here. And another third good move by Zhu is king h3. So very good move. So look at the evaluation bar. So highest strong move by Zhu Jiner. So it means very strongest move. So I thought the energy savers on. So it means king h3 here. So it means, so how many clocks within 16 seconds by Balajayeva and 47 seconds by Zhu Jiner. So it means without dying seconds here. So these are the controls by dying seconds. And also, rook e2 without rook to rook, and also rook f1, ignorance by this one Khanim here or Balajayeva. So for example, if you rook takes captured here, so add your controls, and so it means no more rooks here. Without rook without sacrifice, so it means cannot move here. So these are the loose from whites here. Okay. So back there, this one is rook f1 without ignorance here. So it means we'll try this one without captured here, and also rook g2. So it means, so the first puzzle from this last move. So what do you think about the last move from this one without wins from round number 2? So before resigns by Azerbaijan by International Master Balajayeva. So the last guessing puzzle. So while waiting for a couple for seconds and continue for that. Start. Thank you so much here, and congrats for everyone. So the last finishing bishop to f2 check, upcoming by mating net. So it means resigns by International Master Balajayeva. Why? Because the fighting endgame by massacre before upcoming by mating net here. So why she resigns? For example, so if you move by this one without upcoming mating net, so it means rook g1 without only move from these white pieces by Balajayeva, and last is rook captured, mating net, game over. Why? Because the fighting endgame massacre from this upcoming by mating net here. So it means white is game over. Okay, so the score by this one by International Master Khanim Balajayeva is 86.4, and the highest score by Zhu Jiner from Grandmaster in China, 95.6. So the win of round number 2, Grandmaster Zhu Jiner. So what wins from these black pieces? So the Grandmaster from this master of this queen by Zhu Jiner. Okay, so the next of this round number 5, so it means without USA versus India. So without between from this one by woman, Grandmaster in USA Jennifer Yu versus from this woman Grandmaster in India is Priyanka Notaki. So I will analyze of this tomorrow from this analyze tool. So I hope on this part of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Mark Loagi 17, aka Mark 17. Have a good day, keep safe, and keep updates of these next chess updates. Happy Sunday and good night.